2,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts to turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm, have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tips. So these see the prototypes. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live?
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. This fielded at the 2. And they'll go on the ground. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Hut. Switch. Ohio. Hut.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Flex round. Three down. Come on, let's go. Red 38.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Flex round. Ohio. Hut.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Keep it rolling. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48.
Let's go.
Give him 9 on the carry there, but they'll be left still with a 3rd and long situation.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on first down. Being chased out left. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Off the play fake, Mariota. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Maybe a free play here for Mariota. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still third and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
New York set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over, 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Mariota from the gun on third down. And incomplete here on third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Flex round! Flex round!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Looking to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice play, baby, nice play! Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Aldrich Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And on the ground they go with the running back. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Hey, watch the slant.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down. Second down, Mariota. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go. White, 9.
So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Let's go. White, 9. White, 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23. 23-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And able to work his way down to the 16.
Let's go.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
A first down throw for Mariota. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Mariota. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now out come the Giants. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Let's go!
And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Come on, let's go! Red 38!
Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38. Flex round. Flex round. Hut. Hut.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
One.
First down, Mariota. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth.
Please contact our guest service ambassadors for information.
Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Hut! Hut!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Let's go!
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go! White 90! White 90! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. Cut.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Flex round.
They'll drop to throw, rolling to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant, and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
Able to fight through one tackle, and he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. First down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Hut.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And can you believe this? It's recovered in the end zone by the defense. So after all that, It's not a touchdown, it's a turnover, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. New York set to take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
All right, here we go.
Now it's Lauletta. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Lauletta now to throw it. Flushed. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey. We got gun!
Desperation time on 4th down for Lauletta. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Mariota here to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Let's go. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Keep it rolling.
Check. Tighten up.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now a handoff looking right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This has not been a banner game for the defense, not in any shape or form, but I love what they're doing right now. My admiration for them really is jumping up. What a great stand defensively, trying their best to keep them out of the end zone.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
And they'll go on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point up and through. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Three down.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. 56. Hot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Detroit. 3 down. Here we go now.
For Lauletta, one final throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons Falcons get there for the sack. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Atlanta, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.